Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, you guys. I am back. Right now, we're going to be looking at the Kiwi dollar, and there's a reason for doing that. If we look here, we have some news coming out. Let's take a look at that. So if you look here, we have some news here coming out right now. In about 4 minutes, we have CPI Kiwi news here. And so I'm going to be taking a look at that and seeing how that fares here. I think I might have saved a chart that I already created. Yeah, here we go. So the news is coming out in 4 minutes. Let me know if you guys can see and hear me. If you can, that would be great. Just post that in the chat group. But looking here, I was looking to capitalize off of one of these here. And oh man, I forgot to put my order in. Let me see here, 62.25. Let me see, what do we have here? Give me 1 second. All right. Oh, there we go. That's why it wasn't. I wasn't logged into the screen. So there we go. All right. So our buy stop order got hit, the 62.25. Price action wicked up already. We were looking for the possibility of an uptrend. We have 3 minutes before the news comes out. If we get a false negative, then that means it should come down, and I wouldn't expect it to come down any further than this area here. So that's why we have a buy limit order at 61.05. So let's drop down. Since we're on an 8-day, let's drop down to maybe an 8-minute. Let's see how that looks. We don't have anything that I see there. Oh, we have this here. Let's see if that's where our... No, we had 61.05. $62. Let's go back to the 8-day. Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't pull back down to 61.05. I hate that it wicked up and grabbed me, but we'll see what happens over the next few minutes. Let me see if I can look at these candles and determine what might be happening. So far, everything still is pointing down. So if everything is still pointing down, we're probably coming back down to this area that I saw a minute ago. Let me see, 8, 7. So they probably coming down to here when the news comes out. So we got 1 minute, and news may come out, but as you can see, they got us. We got wicked into at 62.25. But that kind of gives me hope, because what that means is this was the anchor and they broke it. So the fact that they broke the anchor makes me feel like they're going to go back up. All right, we got 1 minute. It's already pushing to the downside. We have some sellers creeping in here. Awesome, Kristen. Sounds perfect. All right, Pilarche, I appreciate you guys. There it is. It went down. News came out. Came down to this area here. Let's see if it keeps tanking. Let me see if I can find something else as well. Another level. In case there's something lower than that. Let me see what's on the 15-minute chart. They already hit this one. The only thing left would be maybe this here. This 5 minute looks pretty decent. So let's take our chances with this first. This area here. Let's see what they do with that. Nothing. These sellers are pushing. But you guys have heard me say a million times, they like to do false negatives or false positives. They like to go the opposite direction of what they intend on going. So the fact that they broke this uptrend anchor leads me to believe that it's probably going to be an uptrend. But unfortunately, they grabbed me again like they did on Euro Dollar. This is why I hate buy stop orders, for this very reason. Because they like to do stuff like this. And if I'd have put 28, it still would have hit. If I'd have put 30, it probably would have hit. Like, it seems like no matter what number I pick, it always hits. But we have this area here, and then the other area that I saw, which was this one here. So this one really was my favorite one. So I'm going to make that another color. Let's make it green since it's demand. Hopefully I just picked green. I'm colorblind, so I think that's where it was. So I like this area. All of this right here, this is just a massive push to the downside, but I don't see it holding. So we'll know what the real story is when we see the next candle being formed on the 7 minute, and however that candle looks, that's when we'll be able to really gauge what they were after here. So let me see. What's up, Casey? Pound yen. All right. Right now I'm looking at Kiwi because of the news. So NZD news. So the 3 minute is starting to turn in this area that we chose here, but I really like this one in the green. Oh, it was downtrend. I didn't see that. Downtrend. That's downtrend. Oh, I didn't go to the higher time frame. No. Well, the bottom of it is not downtrend. The bottom of it is good. They were after this. That's what they were after. That green one was downtrend. And then they wicked a little bit below to capture, look like some of that there. So let's see what's going on. And I want to see what happens on the 7 minute chart specifically. All right, so I'm just waiting. Let me turn on the timer here. The countdown. And then I'm gonna see where I can get in. I'll just put like a half of a position. And I'll let you guys know when I'm getting ready to hit buy. And I'm going to add to this up here. So again, if we go to the big picture, we can see here, price action was up here. It was down here at first, sorry, by the pivot low. It went all the way up to this pivot high. So this is our curve. Between this and here is what price action is dealing with. So what did price action do? It came all the way down, went to almost the bottom. This is what we would call demand. It already satisfied demand. If you guys been on here with me, anything below 25% is demand. So as you can see, it's well below 25%. Okay. Notice how it started at the 25 mark. It broke up here and then they started tanking. So under 25 is demand. As long as they satisfy demand, it's all uptrend from here. So Kiwi dollar is in a big picture uptrend. We just got to catch it at the right entry so we can ride it up without being in too much drawdown. And that just requires position sizing and patience. You got to be conservative with your position size. I always recommend no more than a 2% maximum on your position size. 2% meaning 2% of whatever your net asset value of your account is, or either your gross balance, whichever one you're aware of. Try not to utilize more than 2% of your position. Great job, Casey. Looking more at Forex. Awesome. You're going to make money quicker if you do that. But it's going to take a lot of discipline and mastery because stocks are easier to trade because they move slower. You have more time to think, whereas this right here, leverage is very high and it moves really fast. So you got to be in a position to want to be a student of Forex in order to win. So this thing is still possible that it can come all the way down here, but I'm hoping it turns from where it's at. Let me try the 1 minute chart, see if we're getting a turn yet. Nope. Right now, we need price action to close above this to give us some hope. This is the uptrend breakout on the 1 minute. That's what we need. The money is faster, Casey. It's definitely quicker. All right, so as long as price action opens and closes above 61.78, then that uptrend should continue. So what we were looking at today was CPI news. In case you are not as aware of what CPI news is, CPI news just stands for the Consumer Price Index. Man, they keep wicking above this, but they're not closing. Okay, so they're still ranging within this area here. As a matter of fact, they're going to go lower because they left this immediate retest here. So they're going somewhere lower. Let me check real quick, and then I'll go over CPI in just a second. What are you guys after? You're after something down here. So this immediate retest, there's an immediate retest in here. That lets me know they're going to go lower. The lowest part is this and this. Let's see. They keep doing this to me. This is so annoying. We could have shorted this. I would not have mind shorting it, but wow, did you have to wake up like that? Where are you going? So I'm gonna win this trade. I just unfortunately I gotta be patient now, which is annoying. I don't want to wait. I'm like a regular human being. I want to get paid now. And because they move so fast, that lets me know they're gonna go up fast. And the reason why they shot down is because look, there's nothing in here. There's no support, no demand. It's just a straight shot down. So where are you guys going? Going in here maybe? Let's see if it'll be this one here. This price here. 417. So I'm just looking at the that area there to see if something pops up. Oh, there it is. That's nice. This candle here. So I do like this candle here on the, oh, it's a 7 minute again. The 7 minute keeps popping up, and they can go as low as this here. So let me put that there. So these two red candles here, it's possible. I hope they just turn around now, but it's possible to go up. Oh, they're there already. These two candles here, they're already in there. All right, let's try the 1 minute again. So like I said, this was pointing to something lower. As soon as I saw it, I was like, they're going lower, and then they're going to turn. So this is a guarantee of a turn, but it's also letting me know it's a lower. So I don't like that formation, but we'll see what happens. I think they might come back again before they really take off. Let's put on the our Tamasha indicator. Let's put on this. Where is oh, daily open is right here. So they're at least coming back up to here. Let's go to a 10-second chart. What do we have here? So we already have an uptrend confirmed, but we'll see in just a second. Okay, so we have our pivot low, our uptrend signal, and our uptrend confirmed. And this uptrend breakout was based on the 1 minute. Let's go back here. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're waiting for a candle to open and close above this 1 minute chart. So as of right now, we're on the 10-second chart. And we're just waiting for it to, give us confirmation that it's turning in our favor. All right, so getting back to CPI. So basically, when we're looking at CPI, let me try to see if I can pull it up on the screen here. CPI, 1 second. All right, so you guys should be able to see this here, CPI. And so what we have here, for CPI is you're looking at the CPI for New Zealand. So in a nutshell, I'll probably let you know in the most simplest way that I can. CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. I don't know where it's at on this. It's not here. I do see consumer prices right here, but it stands for, down here, Consumer Price Index right here. Okay, so the Consumer Price Index, it's an index. The word index just basically means a basket. So just imagine a grocery basket or a hand basket, a picnic basket. And what happens is you throw all this stuff in this basket, and each thing already has its own price. And the things that they throw in this basket are anything that has to do with our living. So everything like we have to buy at the house, and then everything that goes in the house. That's part of CPI. That's Consumer Price Index. So it's a basket of a bunch of stuff, and they're checking out what the current price of all the stuff that we consume happens to be. So that's why it's called consumer, because we're consuming stuff and we're paying a price for that consumption. And index means a basket of it. Okay, so consumer price index is not a hard concept to understand. What's included in that is everything in the house, even the clothes you wear, if you're traveling, your whatever you eat, when you go to, let's say, have fun, whether it's the gym or do something recreational, whatever that is. Things to take care of yourself. If you go to a spa, if you get your hair cut, if you get your nails done, when you go to the hospital, anything that requires you to do something consistently. Think of anything that you do on a consistent basis. Whether that thing is done on a monthly basis, a quarterly basis, or a yearly basis, what they do is they measure it. And that's why you see QQ here or YY. What that stands for is quarter over quarter or year over year, or you might see month over month. So what they're saying is in New Zealand, they're looking at the previous quarter. And what they're doing is they're taking all of that information from the previous quarter, and they're taking the prices of all the stuff that we consumed last quarter. So we're in the second quarter right now, the beginning of it. April's the beginning of the second quarter. The first quarter is January, February, March. So they're going back to January, February, March, and they're taking a look at everything everybody bought and whatever that price of that thing was on average. So we all bought toothpaste last quarter. So they're going to take all the toothpastes that was purchased last quarter, and they're going to average out the price of toothpaste, and then they're going to throw that price in that basket. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do the same thing for housing and apparel and transportation and everything I just named, and they're going to find out what the average price for each one of those things is for all of us, throw it in that basket, and that's going to give them a dollar amount. They're then going to take that dollar amount and compare it to the dollar amount for now. And they're going to look at the beginning of the first quarter to now the beginning of the second quarter, and they're going to average out those two numbers, and whatever that percentage is, that change, that's where you get these here. So what they were saying is, let's go to more. So the last one we have here, if we look at the history, the last one that was done was on January the 24th. So previously it was 2.2% higher. In January, we were measuring from October, November, and December. So in October, November, and December, up until January 24th, by the time January 24th came, we were paying 2.2% more than the previous quarter. That's what that means. They were forecasting that it would be an increase of 1.3%, but actually it was higher than that. It was 1.4%. So that's how you read that. And that percentage is just based on the difference between last month and this month, or last quarter and this quarter, or last year and this year, or last month and this month. It just depends on which one it says here. All right. Any questions on CPI? And now we'll get back to our Kiwi dollar. So because we're talking about Kiwi's CPI, Kiwi dollar, that's the name of their dollar. It's in New Zealand. New Zealand's the country, and they call their New Zealand dollar the dollar. But their national bird is the kiwi, just like we have the eagle here in the U.S. Their national bird is the kiwi. So on their dollar, you'll see a Kiwi dollar. That's where they get the name from. So you'll hear me refer to it as the Kiwi dollar because that's the more professional name for it. Most traders don't say New Zealand dollar. So looking at this here, we can see it's starting to go up. Our averages is showing that things are going up. We're looking at smooth Heiken Nashi. We're looking at some EMAs here. I even have my oscillator program with all of our specs to try to give us an average. So right now we do see a turn happening, but I need to see price action close above here. So on the 10-second, we have uptrend. 15-second, let me see, go back to the 10. Yeah, so remember we got this pivot low, and then we got an uptrend signal. We got uptrend confirmed, and so that confirmation was true. Sometimes it doesn't happen. You see back here, it'll say uptrend confirmed, but then it went down. So sometimes it gives you a false one. But as long as you know where, if you have an idea of where you think it's supposed to turn, and then and see how I already did that with these blue lines. I had an idea of where I believe I wanted it to turn, and now we can see it starting to turn. That's when I start trusting these uptrend confirmations. I don't trust them when they're in the middle like this because I wasn't anticipating it to turn anyway. So this is why I tell you guys, indicators are okay, but don't ever use them to like make a trading decision. Use it to confirm what you already are thinking. So I was already thinking between these blue lines, I should get a turn. So I'm just looking to see if the indicator is going to agree with me and it starts turning. And we can see there's a little bit of turn action here that we got going. Our next thing is to see if it holds. And I don't like the way it left. This whole formation here is nasty. Makes me feel like they're going to come back down. Oh, both of those are the same? Give me 1 second. All right. I'm just going to do a sequential analysis. I'm going to look at a couple of charts at the same time, and that'll kind of help me out a little bit. Let's do the 10-second chart. Let's do the, let's try 1 minute. Let's do the 3 minute. And this is already the 6 minute. All right. So right now, Kiwi dollar, there we go. So right now, Kiwi dollar appears to be moving back to the upside. I kind of like how this is working out, and we just may get our uptrend breakout soon. Let me see here. Oh, you guys can't see the screen. Sorry, I forgot to switch it back. What about now? You guys good? All right, hopefully you guys can see it now. I apologize. My chat screen is on a separate monitor so that I can have my full screen here. So I gotta literally look over to see if you guys are chatting. So bear with me. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just doing this here. I turned on all these indicators here just to give me something to look at as I wait. Right now, the 10-second chart is already showing us we have a turn. We have a pivot low, we have an uptrend signal, uptrend confirmed, and that has happened. What I was saying earlier is you can have an uptrend signal, you can have some uptrend confirms up here, but you can clearly see it went down. And that's because this was not an area that was strong. I already identified it as a minor support level, which means it's not going to hold. So I'm not going to trust these things that the indicator is talking about. So this is what I always try to say when I tell you guys about indicators. I don't have a problem with them, but don't depend on them. Don't make decisions off of them. use them to confirm what you already know is happening. And the only way to know what's happening, you got to learn how to read these charts for yourself, or else you'll always be dependent upon somebody else. And that's like putting your life in somebody else's hands, because that person has to be, on a webinar or available, or they got to post a trade. They did their own analysis and you're just trusting their analysis. That's not good. You got to get in there and do it yourself. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. All right, so we're still waiting. Looks like the move was a downtrend for the news, obviously, and now we have to wait for it to get back and back to the upside. But I clearly was able to show you that it is in an uptrend. Here we have some institutional buyers coming in again. I think it's going to be this here. All right. Nah, I think I want to keep it back where it was. I like this right here. So when it gets up into this area, if it closes and opens above 61.78, then we're going to definitely, in my opinion, be good to go for an uptrend, because we also have an uptrend formation right here. This is what we call a wick over wick uptrend. So if it gets up in, if it goes obviously above this, opens and closes, it would have already passed this up. So that'll be a clear sign to the upside. All right, so let's just go back to the main chart here, see how we're looking. All right, so we got 2 minutes here to see how this thing works out. Right now, we have this candle here has already engulfed this one. That's a great sign for an uptrend. This one opened and closed above that one. That's another great sign for an uptrend. So we're going to see what this is and see if it's going to continue that. Now, the only thing I don't like is this is a downtrend formation. That's the only thing that I don't like. So it's from here to here. That's downtrend. So the only way for them to not go down is they can't pass up where the orders were filled at here. As long as they stay up here, which they proved me wrong by shooting down, and we should be good. But because it's already a downtrend formation, it looks like they're going to go even lower. And if they did, where would I go? Well, they don't have that much. It's only this here. All right, we are. Let's go back to the smaller time frame. All right, they're still playing in this range here. Right now, the candlestick in charge on the 1 minute chart is this green guy here. And so far, they are maintaining in between our blue lines. Our blue lines was based on something, I think, on the 5 minute chart. Or the 7 minute, was it? Oh, 7 minute. So this area here on the 7 minute. They're currently in there still. Let's see back here. All right, they're going lower. Yeah, this is still uptrend. Downtrend. That's downtrend. Downtrend. They haven't created an uptrend formation yet. You know what? Where is the daily open? Let me see where that is. That might help us. They're probably heading to the daily open. Oh, that thing is way down here. 61.36. No! Man, that was a strong push to the downside. That means Dixie must have gone up. But I did have an order at 61.05, so I just wasn't expecting them to wick up first like they did and then snatch me down. They did that to me on Euro Dollar. Now I got to sit here and wait. Yeah, had they not snatched me, I probably would have turned it around and then traded it on the downside. But let me see Euro Dollar if it made it to that other order I had. Oh no, Euro Dollar hasn't made it yet. So if you look here, based on I think it's the 5 minute. Yeah. So I did a video, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I did a video on this level here. I did it earlier, a couple hours ago, but it's on this level here, and you can see here, buy limit order at 109.43. So Euro Dollar hasn't hit 109.43 yet. It has 9 more pips to go. So that's what makes me believe that the Kiwi dollar should not have too much more to go to the downside. Let's see here. Get rid of a lot of this noise here. There we go. Oh, looks like they're coming here. This is the daily. Why didn't I see this earlier? Support major, something down here. So they're probably going to get back down here to where the other order I said. So I was trying to clear this. I saw that they could pull back. They are dirty for this. This is ugly. I tried to get out of their way. They were all down here. They waked up, grabbed me, and now they want to come back down. So I saw this support not holding. So I was like, if the support doesn't hold and it goes down, I'll get out of their way and get way up here. And then they'll just keep shorting. And then I'll have this level to catch it. And then if it doesn't catch this, I'll still have this up here to go long. They wake up and got me first. So I'm not getting out of this trade. I'm just going to hold it, exercise some more patience. But I wish it wouldn't have grabbed me, because if I would have saw this, then we all could have just shorted it. And then I have this level here and then this bottom one. Let me see what these are. So see, this one is under 25% right here. This immediate retest is what's letting me know there's something possibly there. So let's look at this on a smaller time frame. Let's try the 10-hour. And look, it already has a daily open price right there. This is a nice level, rally-based rally. I bet that's where they're heading. All right, let's do this. But for some reason, it's not picking it up. What date is this? $3:10 noon. I'm really upset that they wicked my order. Can't make money waiting. All right. Okay, well, while we wait, I do have an order at 6105, so it's going down. And that's the only other level I actually saw. So the only other thing that could stop it is 6138. It says 66. It's probably going to just tank for a little bit. Fibonacci settings I'm using? Oh, just mine, my own. I don't use anything novices use. Nothing out there in the world that is probably typical do I use. So this is the regular fib tool here. And I put all these settings in here myself. So I have from 0 all the way to 100. They each mean something. That would require me to take you guys through training. But these are all institutional numbers on the fib. They're not traditional fib numbers. So when I trade from the perspective of the institution, not the perspective of myself or a novice just trying to make a buck. So I'm looking to see what these countries are thinking and how their economy is, and I'm making my decision off of that. But I can see it without reading a financial report. I can just see it on here. So like this level, this is an immediate retest where they typically test areas like this that have an uptrend wick over wick. So just by me knowing what these candles mean and look like, it's like reading a book, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Once you know how to read your letters, you just read it. And so I can just see it. That's all. And you know I'm correct when you look at stuff like this. Like, of all prices, why would you specifically hit mine perfectly and then short? Because that's a level that you were considering. That's what that means. So I should have just been more out of the way, I guess you could say. They have not broke this anchor. I like that. That's good. So they haven't broken this here. Let's see what that looks like on a 15-minute chart. Oh, they did break it. They just did it right now. They break it. Yep, they did. So they're gonna probably. Well, it's possible. I ain't gonna. They didn't close below. They just wicked below. So it's still possible that they can go up from here. All right. We're almost there with our buy limit order on euro dollar coming down here. So since we're almost there, Kiwi dollar is probably where it needs to be because they both are pretty consistent with being let's see here. I just want to see what the correlation is. So the correlation between Kiwi dollar right here, or we could look at euro dollar here, and then where's Kiwi dollar? So euro dollar is this whole column right here, and then Kiwi dollar is here. So they are 38% positively correlated based on the daily chart. So if we go long-term, monthly, let's see what we got now. So now we have euro dollar here, and we have Kiwi dollar here. So euro dollar and Kiwi dollar long-term are 86% positively correlated. And right now we're looking at a long-term trade. So looks like it's in an uptrend. So if we believe that euro dollar is going up, then yeah, Kiwi dollar should be going up. And we just looked at Kiwi dollar. It's in an uptrend, definitely. So, well, that's it for me. Basically, I was trying to make some money off of this thing, but it didn't do what the big picture said. It gave us this false negative, making us think that, it's shorting when it's not. But this drop is so massive, everybody's going to, of course, change their mind. You don't drop 45 pips and not think everybody's going to start shorting this thing. And the moment everybody turns their trades around the short, they're going to take back off to go up like they're supposed to, and we'll be a green and good. But I wish I was paying attention. I was in this trade since 7 this morning. I didn't even know that. So learn something else from me, guys. Don't have too many accounts. And don't look at too many pairs, because then stuff will start dinging and clicking and you won't even know that you're in. Looks like they're not moving too much right now. They're just going to kind of linger, wait for everybody to start switching their trades around. And once they do that, they'll go back up. So I'll be done with Kiwi dollar news now. But again, real quick, CPI is just basically a basket of, things that we spend our money on. And once they get that number, what the those who are in charge of our financial our financial system, what they end up doing with that information is they make adjustments to things like our pensions, if that still exists in your country, any type of social care that your country may have. They might increase that. The cost of living at your job, they might force companies to pay more money. And they're getting all that information from the fact that the CPI numbers are showing that stuff is just more expensive. And if prices are higher for everything that we spend every single day, then of course we need to make more money. So they raise the cost of living, or they might even increase interest rates to slow us down from spending. Because if we spend too much money in a high economy, we're all going to go broke. And if we go broke, we're going to be dependent upon our countries. And if we depend on our countries, we're going to be sucking up more government resources, and they don't want that. So they'd rather slow us down from spending by increasing interest rates. All right. So that's pretty much all I have. I hope I shared some light with you guys. Again, I'm just waiting. I missed this opportunity. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention to my account, and it wicked up before it came down. As you can see, it was in a downtrend. It had lower highs going down like this. So the trend was down for here, but they got here, wicked way up here, broke anchor, and still shorted. That's dirty. So typically when you see an anchor being broken, like this is the anchor here. Here's the pivot low. And so once this anchor is broken with something like this, it's typically a sign that the uptrend is going to continue. They then came down here, created a higher low. And so now that we have a higher high, this high is higher than that one. And then this low is higher than that one. That's a sign of an uptrend. So then you'll see people do stuff like this. They'll take trend lines. And, they might, whatever they do. I don't really do trend lines, but I used to when I first started. But let's just say we do anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So we just do something where we put a trend line on there. And you'll see people where they'll start doing trends and all of that. But this one will really go down here because you're talking about the trend going up. This was the first higher low from here. This was the first higher high. This was the first higher low. So it should have kept going. That's what should happen. But it did not. Then they created a new higher high, higher than this one. So this low was supposed to be higher than this. So if this would have just continued going up and turned where I thought it was going to turn, which is this area here, then we would have had a higher low. And these would have been higher highs. These three would have been higher lows had it stopped right here. But as you can see, it went down much lower than anticipated. And you got to be ready for moments like this. But I do think this is just to steal stop losses. Anybody that had a stop loss down here that was trying to get in the trade here, that was smart enough to know that this is a prime area. We can also see that there was a previous daily open price in this area. So this is a prime area. That's why they came down here and turned and went up. They should have turned here again. So right now, I just think they're taking stop losses out for anybody that got a stop loss from here to here. And even anybody that put their stop loss all the way at the tip, they got them too. So they got them just like they got me up here. And I think that's what they're doing. So all in all, let me make sure I don't have any more questions. Nope. Kristen, I hope that helped answer your question about the fib tool. We have a library, and I think I have something there in the fib tool. If I do have something in our library, I will forward it to you. Matter of fact, let me look now. Yeah, they're going to tank all the way to 6105, look like. 8-day. Yeah, it's really nothing to stop it. What's in there? All right, hold on just a second. I'm trying to. Oh, my computer just froze. Or TradingView just froze. Give me 1 second, guys. If you guys can hear me, TradingView just froze. If you can hear me, not sure why, but TradingView is not working. So we're going to call it. All right. God bless you guys. Again, Kristen, I'll try to get that over to you. Really, all you got to do is go to my profile page, if you can hear me, and subscribe to the Telegram channel. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything.